At it again with the white strands. A damn Daniel story. Young Daniel was walking to school as usual when he heard someone talking behind him. "At it again with the white vans," said a voice from behind Daniel. Daniel turned to see a familiar face approaching him. It was his best friend, Camera Guy, and, as per usual, Camera Guy was holding up his phone and recording Daniel in all of his glory. Daniel was used to this treatment by now. In fact, this was the third time he had been filmed this week. But something was different this time. Daniel could feel the primal urge welling up from deep inside him. For many millennia, Daniel has lusted for his friend's tight, virgin boyhole. And Daniel knew that today would be the day he would make his move. Daniel smiled and approached his friend, grinning and making sure Camera Guy had a good view of his rad new white vans. "Damn!" Camera Guy began to say, but was suddenly cut off by Daniel unexpectedly forcing his tongue down his throat. Camera Guy was shocked, but he didn't resist as he too was in love with Daniel. Camera Guy remembered all the times he had secretly filmed Daniel from outside his bedroom window, changing in the locker room, and of Daniel's sick white vans resting daintily on the floor. After the long, passionate kiss ended, Daniel took out his engorged meat stick. It was huge. The only thought that ran through Camera Guy's head was, "Wow, it's so much bigger than mine. I need it inside me." He opened his mouth, and with some heavy panting, put the heaving monster cock in his mouth and began sucking it like it was no tomorrow. Camera Guy could hardly breathe. The massive behemoth of a dick was lodged so far in his body, he swore he could feel the tip prodding the bottom of his stomach. Daniel grabbed Camera Guy's head and began to thrust. This was everything Camera Guy had ever wanted. To be throat-fucked by his best friend, Daniel. He looked up and met Daniel's eyes. Daniel looked down upon Camera Guy with an imposing gaze. He radiated confidence. Maybe this was a result of having such a sick shoe game. Daniel threw his head back in pleasure. "I'm gonna bust," Daniel moaned, and Camera Guy could feel Daniel yank his flesh python out from deep within his esophagus. Daniel began to quickly jerk his gurk at breakneck speeds, pointing the hefty bazooka at Camera Guy's face. And before Camera Guy could even react, Daniel's dong erupted in a thick and steamy flow of white strands. His thick ropes of fluid shot out at Camera Guy at lightning speed, covering his face with Daniel's bitter juices. It felt warm, and Camera Guy's body ached, begging for more. He opened his mouth to plead, but the only thing that could escape Camera Guy's sullied lips was, "Damn, Daniel." Daniel grabbed Dick. Fuck. Daniel grabbed Camera Guy's head and began to thrust. No! Where was I? This was everything Camera Guy had ever wanted. To be throat-fucked. Daniel began to... Oh my god, I'm so hot and bothered. Daniel began to quickly jerk his gurk at breakneck speeds. Fucking... Why? Dio, help me! Maybe this was a fucking cunt. And Camera Guy could feel Daniel yank his flesh python from fucking... Daniel. Oh, Daniel. Daniel's dong erupted. God damn it. Daniel began to quickly jerk his gurk at breakneck speed. God damn it. This is so hard. Oh, no one fucking wrote it and I can't even read it.